I guess this kind of plays a little bit off my last video of when people get into a field that has a high failure rate, if they feel that it's okay because the small percentage they help are going to have better lives, or they realize that they're going to have many returns and the money's in it, or they're only in it for the money because they know it's a viable model. But this is a little more, I guess, also kind of personal, is how people feel working for something that they don't really support or approve of, but they're honest. If you feel that, your boss or your career line or your field is immoral or dishonest or unfair or not right, from any varying from an extreme distaste to you'd like to fix some things, how do you feel about being in it but doing the right thing? Um, if you're a pacifist, would you work building attack helicopters? I mean, maybe you're just putting the engines together, but the thing's going to go fly around and blow people up. Is that too much for you? I mean, I'm picking obviously a large example. If you got a really, really good job building building a synagogue, when you were a devout Catholic, would that be an issue for you? You're giving another people of a different belief a place to worship, and you're going to build a nice building for them, and you're going to get paid well, but that's not what you believe in your own spirituality. Would that be a different one? I mean, that's a lot less of an extreme example. But, if you're working for something that you have problems with, how do you feel about yourself, and does your feelings change kind of day to day? Do you feel that, I'm being moral and everything? Which, I mean, obviously, regardless of what you're doing, even if you wholeheartedly love and believe in your line of work, being moral and doing the right thing is important, and that should make you feel good about yourself. But how do you feel when you're the one functioning cog in a broken machine, I guess to say? And the harsh reality is, it's not that when they tear down the cogs and replace them, it's going to be the one that works. It's not going to be the one that they're going to throw out the nice shiny one for another one that will just go along and chunk along, because you're the one part of the engine that's smooth sounding, the rest clunks. And it's not everything else, it's you. But I don't know, it's kind of bounces around in my head a lot with what I do. And I had, I guess, a bit of a moral crisis with this the other day, and I can't really get into too many details until everything's done, but there was an acquisition by my company, and it was a very good one. I thought all the numbers lined up, everything worked out, but what it would change for us would be we'd be able to help people in a better way, but it wouldn't be for our benefit. It would be hurting the company. And the acquisition is very smooth. It's going to help everybody on both sides, actually. We were able to negotiate things like that, so it isn't, it's not a pump and dump or a gutting or anything like that, which is nice. It's a win-win situation for this. But the problem is the way they want to implement this win-win, I think, is going to be a win for everybody except for us. And I felt that they wanted to see the data, and the data proves that, and my job was not to give a bias, it's to give them the numbers and to show it. And obviously that's not favorable to see that we went through all this work, we've set up all this, we have more powers to work with, and it's going to shoot us in the foot if we utilize it this way. Well, it generally better serves a lot of people, but it doesn't help us. So we kind of have to redo it, and I've been headed to figure out what to do with it, and I know exactly what to do, where I think we can still turn it into a win-win. The profit margin is tiny, though, so I don't know what they're going to do. And I guess my worry is turning this situation where everybody's going to be happy we have a new capability to work with, instead of doing what we were going to do, which was going to be not only a loss for us, but create a lot more misery for our employees, which would be causing a talent walk and overstressing, more hirings, things like that. We'd be going through a lot, which would actually underserve our clients and everything. So in ways, not only would we have the ability to help more and do more, we would really be at our own disadvantage outside of just the money. It's not just the dollars. It would probably wind up screwing us long run. But I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just struggling with. I think I did the right thing. They wanted the numbers. I didn't throw any of my 2 cents in until they saw it. Reviewed all my work. They liked it. They were happy with it. Did my work fair. I mean, I had my thoughts from the start. And then when they asked for my opinion, I gave it. But I did the right thing, which was not give them my opinion. They didn't want it yet. They didn't want it at all, actually. Now they do. So now I gave them my opinion, and I think that the margins are small enough that it may have been a bit of a foolish move. It really doesn't seem to help that much. But with our new capabilities, we can really do some good. We can do some extra stuff. We can expand out, and I don't really know how to do it, to be honest. And I have to admit that, and I have admitted that to them, is I'm not sure how we can make this a better deal. This is what I think we can do to do it the best, but if we do it in the way that you guys want to implement, it's a loss, and we already have made this acquisition, so we have the option of trying to find something, going with the plan that you guys probably aren't going to like because it makes no money, really, or we got to scrap everybody or just hold a name, which is not what I'd like to see, obviously not what their employers would like to see, not what I don't think we want to see either, that we have to just gut this project that we went in on wholehearted, because we did intend to implement this. We didn't really plan on doing a gutting or anything like that, so it's going to be tricky, and we're going to see where it goes. If they do decide to not listen and they implement what I gave them the numbers to shoot down on, that plan, I really don't know what I'm going to do, because it's going to be massively increasing my workload and decreasing our profits, and our chances of success are going to be going down for what we do. And I don't know if it's going to be something, once we implement it, how it's going to be, and what kind of things are going to fall on me, if I'm going to have to deal with new employees as well when we start implementing this, or if they're going to try to multi-role us or whatnot. So it's a little stressful right now, but we're going to see where it goes, and I think that at the end of the day, I'm probably always going to be bouncing around with, am I doing the right thing, am I not, is it okay? And I think no matter where I am working or doing, I guess you could find it. I mean, if you think about it, if you're working at the Red Cross and you're bandaging people up after an earthquake, you probably still are thinking, well, I probably could be down with a machine gun fighting ISIS from all those murders and rapes they're doing. So I think that everybody deals with this, even if they have complete belief in their system at times. But I don't know, it's just kind of been really thrown in my lap right now, and I mean, I'm just kind of taken back by the whole thing. It's always been there, as I've not been perfectly thrilled with my industry, but I know I've never done anything crooked, and I hope that everybody realizes that at the end of the day, I'm only responsible for myself. And I haven't seen anything that was grossly negligent or dishonest, thankfully, because that gets in its whole thing, is they say you're supposed to talk about this, but we all know that it's unspoken, as that's falling on your sword, as well as maybe taking someone else out, but you're guaranteed to turn yourself into a pariah. And I understand why a lot of people kind of are scared to blow whistles, as we have a system where it's not really rewarded, and that's something I don't have any idea how to implement to fix, to be honest with you. So I don't know, it's just running through my mind. It's pretty ranty, a little babbly, and tick over 9 minutes, so I'm just going to stop this, and hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see where this goes, and I'll do an update when I can legally get into some more of the details and the fun stuff, so have a good one.